Hi guys, welcome to a session on basic algebra, and these sessions are designed to help those younger students who are now trying to understand and get a basic foundationary knowledge on the concepts of algebra. Now I want to begin with this word distribution. Let's take a step back. By now you should have been able to do questions of this nature where you have numbers outside your brackets or letters, and then within brackets you have several terms. Recall, in order to expand or distribute, all you have to do is multiply whatever is outside of your brackets by each of the terms inside your brackets. So for example, this will be 3 multiplied by x gives us 3x, and also 3 multiplied by positive 3. That's positive 9. The next example, which involves a change of sign, if we had a negative sign in the middle there, then our answer now becomes 3 times x, which still gives us 3x, but this time we multiply 3 by negative 3 to get negative 9. So signs do matter, and they are very, very important when distributing brackets. Now let's get into today's lesson. What about if you are no longer given a simple number outside brackets, but instead you have a question that looks like this. In brackets you have x plus 5. Let's just say we have x plus 3. How do we do a question like this? Well, whenever you are multiplying two brackets that look like this, there's a special term or method called the FOIL method that's used to expand or distribute brackets of this format. Now, FOIL is an acronym and it stands for the following. So I'll write it to the side just so we'll have it on screen as a reminder. F stands for first, O stands for outer, I stands for inner, and can you guess what L stands for? What's missing? First, outer, inner. That's correct. L stands for last. So FOIL is an acronym which simply represents the words first, outer, inner, last. But what does that have to do with our question? Well, you see, within these brackets, we have letters and numbers which belong to particular positions. For example, we have the two numbers in the middle, one of which belong to each bracket, are considered the inner terms. Similarly, we have the two extreme terms that belong to different brackets. They are called the outer terms. So those are our outer and inners. What exactly is our first and last? Well, in our first brackets, our first term is x. In our second bracket, our first term is also x. So your first terms are essentially your first terms of each bracket. And similarly, by extension, your last terms would be your last term of each bracket. This FOIL method teaches you the order in which you are to distribute or multiply. So let's try our best to attempt distributing or multiplying this question using FOIL. So what do we do first? Well, it seems like we need to multiply our first values. What are our first values? Well, we have x multiplied by x. So x multiplied by x gives us, just erasing, sometimes I get a little technical difficulties. We have x multiplied by x, going to give us x squared. So we erase that. Then we are going to multiply our outer. What are our outer values? Well, our outer values are the extreme values to the opposite end of each other. So we are going to multiply x by positive 3 to give us positive 3x. Next up, we are going to multiply our inner numbers, which are 5 multiplied by positive x. Take note of your signs. So 5 multiplied by x is going to give us 5x. And then finally, we are going to multiply each of our last terms, which are positive 5 by positive 3. That gives us positive 15. Using the FOIL method, you will always end up getting two terms in the middle, which are like, and which you can group together. So our final answer results in x squared. 3x plus 5x gives us positive 8x plus 15. Next example, we have x plus 2 multiplied by x. Let's try a subtraction sign here and see what happens. So I'll write FOIL, F-O-I-L. So we are going to first multiply the first terms, which are x and x. So that gives you x by x gives me x squared. Then your outer terms would be x multiplied by negative 3 gives me negative 3x. Then my inner terms are positive 2 by x gives me plus 2x. And then my last terms are positive 2 multiplied by negative 3. That gives me negative 6. Once again, your middle terms usually tend to be like, and you want to group them together. Negative 3 plus 2 gives me negative x, subtract 6. Let's look at yet another example. What if we had 2x plus 1 multiplied by x, subtract 3? I will set up my FOIL here and let's see how this goes. So our first terms are 2x and x. 2x multiplied by x gives us 2x squared. Next up, we have our outer terms, which are 2x and our extreme negative 3. We'll multiply them to get minus 6x. Next up, we have our inner terms. Our inner terms are positive 1 being multiplied by x. That gives us plus 1x or just plus x. Finally, our last term, positive 1 multiplied by negative 3 will give us negative 3. Our middle two terms are going to simplify, and minus 6 plus 1 gives us minus 5x. And we bring down our minus 3. I'll do one final example. Hope you guys are getting the hang of it. So one final example. We have 2x minus 1. Oh, I'm sorry. So our final example, 2x minus 1 by 3x plus 5. What's going to happen here? Well, using FOIL, let's see what we have. We have our first terms to multiply, which are 2x by 3x. That's going to give us 6x squared. Then we have our outer terms, extreme outers, 2x by 5. That's going to give us plus 10x. Then we have our inner terms, which are negative 1 by 3. That's going to give us minus 3x. And then finally, our last terms, which are negative 1 by 5, which gives us minus 5. Grouping together our like terms at the center gives us positive 7x, and we bring down our minus 5. And that's how you'll use FOIL to distribute brackets. I hope this session was very helpful. I hope you guys were able to get the hang of it. And if you want to see more questions like these, please be sure to leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you guys. I wish you all the best. Bye.